What's up, people? Haven't heard talk time.
Yes.
Your girl, rocking out with your girl, DJ LP.
DJ Trey Nice.
And we are Haven't Heard DJ. Welcome, everybody tuned in on Hip Hop Weekly Radio right now.
Yes,
on this lovely Sunday. We got such an amazing guest for episode 11. A diva.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
Let's make it official.
Let's
make it official. I can't even sing like her. I wish.
You wish what?
I could sing like her. Have you guessed my guest yet? Have you guessed my guest?
I wish I could play like Michael Jordan.
We talk about this diva, okay?
But I'm just saying. You said you wish you could sing like her. I wish I could play like Michael Jordan, but
I'll find this guy.
It just is what it is. That's why they are the legends that they are in their own right.
Ladies, just slap your man one time right now, just for no reason. Just for that one time he does annoy you.
Yo, you see this? She's promoting domestic violence.
Smack him up.
No, you can't promote domestic violence on.
No, this is not domestic violence. This is just like a little on the head.
You promote because if I say, yo guys, go out and smack your girl up one time, that
oops upside her head.
Me like you crazy, like you bugging, like what kind of shit you talking about?
No, we are not promoting domestic violence. Not at all. Especially during Women's History Month. Fuck out of here.
Right. See?
But sometimes your man.
Listen, man. Sometimes people.
You gotta reel him in.
Sometimes people in general make you want to reel them in. Not just your man or your girl. People in general. But today's special guest
is an amazing R&B superstar.
Amazing R&B artist.
OG in the game, I gotta say.
Yes, she's got it.
I have to say, you play her music at any party.
Timeless.
It's timeless. You gonna sing word for word.
I'm playing it this weekend.
Yeah, I play it every weekend.
Oh, yeah. I do. I gotta play it.
Because
it's only brunches and shit going on, so yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Shout out to the diva.
Lil Mo.
She'll be joining us later today on Music Talk. And of course, we're going to keep her around for relationship talk also.
Well, you know, I forgot we did do an episode last week and I really forgot to mention this. But, you know, I wanted to shout you out on this Women's History Month.
Thank you.
You know, you are a very, very inspirational and motivated, hardworking mother and wife.
Oh, thank you, babe.
And,
you know what? I take that back. You know what, ladies out there, just go grab your man and give him a nice kiss.
You see?
Because sometimes he does some dumb shit, but then he follows it up with a little moment.
That's what we here for. We men, man. We men. You know, you ever watch the Flintstones? It goes back to that.
Alright, yeah, you may get some. Who knows? Alright? Who knows? Let's talk, okay? Let's get into it.
Let's talk.
You know, today's the biggest music day of the year.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the Grammys, son. And so far, it's good. A lot of good winners out there.
I don't believe in none of them shits, but... You know, shout out to
What do you mean?
I don't believe in the Grammys and the billboards and all that shit. I want to see the panel.
Okay,
I just want to see the panel of people.
As an artist, you would strive to achieve this.
Well,
yes.
Actually, no, because not a lot of artists are striving.
Kanye.
No, I'm saying
Jay-Z.
at this point in time, in this day and age, artists aren't striving for that no more.
There are some, yes, that really want that recognition. Yes.
But a lot of them just don't really care about it anymore because it's not as prestigious as it was before because of all the controversy.
No, I get it.
So at the end of the day, it just is what it is. It's a good award to have. It's a dope award to have. You know, if you're an artist. But if you don't have it and you sell millions of records, who really cares?
Well, I'll get into some of the winners a little bit later when we get into music talk.
So what else is going on? What else is going on outside? Oh!
I know what's outside. There's something in the water.
Yeah, besides the water. But
there's something in the air. There's something in the water. There's something in the stimulus because everybody's breaking up.
Something in the stimulus. Oh yeah,
Everybody's bringing it up.
I heard about it. A-Rod and J-Lo.
A-Rod and J-Lo.
I read that her demands for like their relationship was kind of crazy. She wanted to keep tabs on him, have the password to his phone. Like, he could only have 3 drinks if he's out of town. Like,
whoa, I don't know.
I mean that's what I read. I don't know
him. Like, let's just say, what if your partner was like a crazy, raging alcoholic, and you'd be like, babe, before we walk in, I'm gonna tell you your drink limit tonight is 3, alright? Cap.
I mean, but you gotta look at it. He's a sports figure, so like, name a sports figure that's maybe they had an issue, but maybe name a sports figure. Right? You don't know. Name a sports figure that's been that hasn't been involved or seen or anything had to do with other women. Name somebody.
I don't know.
The greatest of the greats have been. So it's just like, you know what you walked into, but she's J-Lo though.
Yes.
So she expects not to get cheated on. I mean, Halle Berry. Berry expected that too.
It's just so much more embarrassing when you're that high in the media profile and in that media eye.
You know why?
That you can't afford to have one of those outside.
You know why?
You look crazy.
No, but you know why it does that?
What?
Because it knocks you back down to
humbleness.
You're just a regular person. You're just a human being.
Everyone has their own issues. So.
No, but it not look. Somebody when Halle Berry's ex-husband or whatever cheated on her, right? Niggas was just like, yo, how could you do that? How could he cheat on Halle Berry? Oh my God! But if you get Halle Berry and it happens, people do it.
Yeah.
So it's just like it doesn't make you exempt. That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't make you exempt. Look at Chili. Look at J-Lo. Yeah. Look at like I said, Halle Berry. She's J-Lo, Halle Berry. They're at the top of the charts. Beyonce. Like, look at it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
I want to say this in defense of all the women. It is not hard to love us. We, especially at this top rank of what they're doing, they're busy, like on next level shit. It's busier than busy. Not the I'm busy. No, I'm literally busy. Yeah. On tour, I have my businesses. A lot of them have clothing, perfume, cosmetics, skincare, shows, then their own music that they're putting out.
But then sometimes it just goes to the ego of the man.
Yes, I think it
goes to the ego of the man. Like, he's somebody, a celebrity figure. She's a celebrity figure. He was on top of the highlight of his career. He's not there anymore like that. You know, his name is still
I honestly think that he has way more free time than J-Lo. Let's be real.
Yeah, he does. I'm pretty sure he does.
I feel like that's a problem. We're going to get into this in another time for relationship talk, but I just want to say this one last thing. I feel like when a guy is a little bit less busy than their partner, it leaves too much room for them to either, one, resent it because they're doing a lot, you know what I'm saying? They're picking up where you gotta, where you slacking because you're so busy running the world. And I feel like it just leaves them too much room to like get into trouble, lose love.
I mean,
because you're not like really there as much. You're too busy.
It's the ego of the man. Like, a lot of men have egos. Like,
so you want to blame it on the ego? Okay.
It's ego and pride. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if he's home a lot, which
I just want to say, when the cat is away, the mice will play.
It's A-Rod. It's A-Rod. Let's be real. A-Rod is not sitting on the couch. I'm not gonna say A-Rod's home sitting on the couch watching the kids.
But again, his busy level is nowhere close to J-Lo.
He's an anchor. He's an anchor on television. So we don't know what the parameters are about around.
There's more breakups though. So what do you say about A Boogie and his baby mother Ella Banks? What do you say that at? What do you think the problem there is?
I don't know.
I think A Boogie is just a young guy that's really not ready to commit, and like you said, he don't deserve her.
I think she's just a young female that wants to do more. As far as like, she's got a little popularity, shit like that. So it was probably just a dead relationship. You know, who knows? You know, who knows?
They've been together a very long time.
They have.
I just want to say that. I remember, it wasn't even like into DJing yet, and I remember seeing her support him OD. Like, videos, her singing each and every lyric and every word to his song. So, she held it down.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's ever cheated, but we know that he has. So, let's keep it 100. I think he messed up. I think he messed that up. I think he had a good girl. Not knowing the in-depth of what's going on because you're not in that household. Nobody's in their household.
Right.
Unless you're their best friend listening right now, you don't really know what's going on. But from the outside, I feel like she was a good girl.
I mean, but then, you know, some of y'all deep down are crazy.
She from the Bronx, so you already know what time it was.
Right.
So, hello.
Some of y'all deep down crazy.
Shout out to BX.
And then wonder why y'all can't keep it in there. But, you know, it be like that sometimes, though. I don't know their situation. I don't even know J-Lo and A-Rod's situation, but at the end of the day, there's more...
Another BX situation.
Right. But it's more...
I almost broke up with you this weekend. Aww.
I ain't scared.
I think it's in the water in the Bronx.
You ain't going, but you would have broke up and then what? You wasn't going nowhere.
Nah, there's something that happens in the Bronx when it's like 70 degrees outside. We be like, what the fuck are we doing in this relationship? What are we doing here?
It's called City Island. It's called the City Island. The City Island.
Yes, if you ever been to City Island one time in your life at 70-degree weather, you're automatically single.
Yeah, it's the City Island. What you call it?
Shout out to all my NYC listeners right now, because you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I don't get it though. Like, I really don't get it. City Island is cool.
Okay, let's talk about people that's not from the Bronx. Carol G and Anwell broke up though. They were so cute together. Like they had songs together.
I know what it is.
It's not City Island.
Nope, I know what it is.
God.
I know what it is.
Thank God, because I just had a Henny Colada recently.
I know what it is. It was COVID.
It's not COVID. COVID been going on for a long time.
Nah, it was COVID. COVID's
going away, maybe?
COVID had niggas in the house all 2020. Had niggas stuck. Relationships stuck. Y'all niggas was Netflix and chilling. Watching everything under the sun. And as soon as it got a little warm outside, and niggas started getting vaccinations and shit like that, y'all started seeing stuff. And I'm like, oh, these people are having so much fun. And
oh my God.
I can't be with my man no more. I gotta be outside.
Outside.
You know, that's what happens.
I just want to say,
until
streets is calling.
Until you find yourself in a situation and you just like,
right. Well, shout out to all the queens out there. I just want to say a lot of women were inducted into the Women's Hall of Fame, especially Michelle Obama. So props to her, especially during Women's History Month. So that's crazy.
That's dope.
Great.
Shout out to Cardi B.
Yes.
Shout out to Cardi B.
The first diamond.
The first
female rapper to get diamond.
Have a diamond single.
Lauryn Hill had female hip hop album, and now Cardi B has the female rapper single that turned diamond. For you already know what it is, Bodak Yellow. I'm not gonna front. Everybody knows that song like word for word though. She deserved it.
That song was really 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 big.
It was.
It was a big crossover record. It was a real big record.
Yeah.
It was a big record. It deserved it. She deserves it.
Yeah.
You know, that's dope.
Yeah, I'm very proud of these women doing their thing. And it's, extra special when it's done and acknowledged during Women's History Month. It just makes it that much doper. So, shout out all the ladies.
Yeah, definitely.
One time for the am.
Yeah, I can't wait till June.
Why? When I spend all your stimmy by then? What you gonna do then?
I don't get no stimmy. I make over 80,000.
Heard you. Heard you, bro. So what happened was, shout out to everybody getting those deposits in this weekend. I just want to say shout out to my homie Biden and Kamala. You already know.
Yeah,
your sis.
Yeah, they put it forth. It's going through. People are getting their little money. You know, tax money that came a little quicker than usual.
Yeah, people working in the government right now.
Yeah. They trying to get that money
even
back.
if they're working from home, they working.
They trying to get that money back when the summertime come. You know, niggas gonna be dried up and having to go in the back to work.
Yeah.
So they like, now we gonna get y'all to spend this money right now, and then when summertime come and y'all wanna be outside, we got y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to them on that. You know, a couple of the malls was really, really, really heavy. Like it was like Christmas time. I was out there. I was like, wow.
Couldn't even get a tie in
Word. I couldn't even get a tie. Like, I was
from
like,
the mall.
I was like, damn. So I gotta go.
Do you have a lane for 10 items or less?
Word.
The stores?
But well, I went to Express, right? And Express had a line in the store.
Who even shops there?
I mean, I wanted to see if they had a tie.
Okay,
they
but what I'm saying is there's a line for Express, though. That's bad. That means you just want to spend your money anyway, anyhow.
Yeah.
It's just it's nice outside. I'm just spend my money.
But a lot of females wear Express, though. Like Express jeans and shit like that.
Shout out to you, sis.
Yeah, they still wear those little 0 to 3s. 0 to 3 bitches.
Okay. No offense to anybody that's actually skinny, because you know, like
I'm not saying nothing bad about it. I'm just saying, like, yeah, that's the way to shop at.
Okay, got it.
There's a lot of slim joints in there, like slim, real slim.
Well, it is Biden's first 100 days, so I know he wants to do whatever he needs.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work to do.
Leave that impression.
He's got a lot of work to do, and he's
prove people.
I don't really think he needs to prove anything. He's doing what he's doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be people that want you to approve and overprove, and listen, just stick to your plan and do what you're doing and make everything work like you said it's gonna work. And you're good. You ain't gotta prove shit to nobody. You in office. You the president of the United States.
Yeah.
They not gonna impeach you or try to impeach you for not proving yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, do what you do. Get it done. You couldn't be no worse than Trump.
Yeah. Well, and you know what he's doing. He was part of one of the best administrations that we had
under
Obama.
Obama.
Yeah, and I'm sure he got him on speed dial like, bro.
And then
you want me to tell these people?
And then you got Kamala, so you good. Bro.
Yeah.
You good. You're in the presence of good company.
Yes. And let's get into movie TV talk. They are putting together a 2-part documentary on Janet Jackson, which I feel like is long overdue.
Long overdue.
Yes.
I
So salute to her. Documents on Biggie.
On Michael Jackson. I watched 40 of them shits, and then 20 Biggie joints, and then 6 Tupac joints, and can we? We know what happened to these people. We know what happened.
It. Do not disrespect my favorite rapper of all time. No.
I'm not. But listen, let me keep it funky. Listen. I understand this. I understand what happened with Biggie, right? We get it. We know what happened with Biggie. Can we find out who did this? That's number one.
It is not. They did not release that for that.
Wait, but listen. That's number one. That's number one. Can you put your phone on Do Not Disturb, please?
I'm popping. Sorry. Hold on.
So, it's that City Island shit. So,
it's not even 70 degrees today. What are you talking about?
It was warm outside. It was a little nice outside before that breeze hit. But anyway, so we know what transpired with Biggie. We know what transpired with Tupac. The situation that we want to know is who. Like, let's really get down to that.
Okay, of course we want to know who for Tupac,
right?
Who for Biggie,
right? But listen, so now, even with Malcolm X, even with Martin Luther King, we know all of this. Now let's dig deep though. Let's get deep. We doing documentaries showing the same stuff.
It's not for that. There is a whole generation that did not. Why he was so hot, but they don't really know why. They don't really know what transpired for he say, she say. That's what, once again, when I was talking about when they really released the Selena documentary, it was not for us. It's for this generation that did not go up on it, for them to get in tune for why do we honor Biggie so much? Why do we honor Selena so much? Why do we honor Tupac so much?
But the general audience for Netflix is literally us.
No,
like it's our age bracket.
That was a very ignorant.
No, it isn't. It's literally our age bracket. Netflix and chill and all of that other stuff is our age bracket.
Yes,
25 and up. From 25 and up, they have kids shows, which are for kids. But the general demographic for Netflix is over 21. and up. So if you're 25 years old,
if you're 21, you did not grow up on Biggie.
It's not about growing up on him. What I'm saying to you is, if you're 25,
remember he died 24 years ago. Let's just put that into perspective.
Listen. If you're 25 years old and you have not seen or heard or know about Biggie, then you've been under a rock. Because at 18 years old, there's 18-year-olds that know about Biggie.
Yeah, but they don't know the whole in-depth about it.
Especially from Brooklyn. Like, if you're from Brooklyn, you're 18,
if
21,
you're from Brooklyn, maybe you have a little advantage because you're learning about it because this is your borough, this history. But if you're like from Cali, you're 20 years old, you didn't even grow up to him. You know that he's popping and you may like some of his songs, but you don't know his real story. And this was just retelling it. That was it.
But they retell it a lot.
So what? They can tell it all they want. It's Biggie.
I know that, but I want them to dig deeper. Like, let's get deeper into Biggie.
Let's be real. Whoever has the power...
Who's Biggie's first baby mother?
Hold on.
Wait, no.
Whoever has the power to do these things to these people also have the power to not ever be found. So let's keep it there.
Who's Biggie's first baby mother? What's her name?
I don't know.
3 documentaries and you still don't know her name?
I keep forgetting because she's not important. Tiana.
That's his daughter's name.
Oh, sorry. I remember her.
Right. So it's
he says it on the album and he says it. That just means I don't pay attention.
No,
that's what that means.
That just means they're not showing you more than they're not showing you nothing more. They're not giving you no more information. They're giving you what it is. You know he had a kid with Faith, right? You know her name, right? You know who she is, right? You know he had a dealing with Lil Kim, right? You know that, right?
Yeah.
We know all the niggas that he hang with that was in Junior Mafia. We know their names, right? How you don't know his first baby mother name?
I mean, she never was one to be in the spotlight, and he didn't want her in the spotlight.
She don't have no say. She don't have no feel. She wasn't hurt when he got killed.
Of
like
course.
how did his daughter how did that happen? Like how did he go into with his daughter? Like his daughter's older now, so it's like how does she feel?
You're right.
You know his son is older now. How does he feel? You know what I'm saying?
The documentary I Got a Story to Tell on Netflix about Biggie should have gotten to those areas that were kind of gray and not tapped in by previous documentaries. You are right. But don't discredit. They could come out with 100 more and they're going to continue to do it.
I'm not discrediting it, but like it just like give more into the documentary of Biggie. Give more Biggie. Like stop telling us what we already know.
Yeah.
We know this stuff already. You know what I'm saying? Like we know that Mr. C was his DJ. We know that about the battle that he had. We know all this stuff. Like let's get into it. Let's really talk about these things. Let's talk about the night when Tupac got shot. Like how that all transpired. Like not from them, but from the people that was there perspective. Like you know, where was their train of thought? What was going on? You know what I'm saying? Let's really talk about it. Like you giving me documentaries on just shit that we already know. I don't really want to watch it. Like to be honest with you. Like regardless of who it is. You know what I'm saying? Like look at the Michael Jordan shit.
I never get tired of it though.
Because it's Biggie, yeah. We all love Biggie. We all love Biggie, but I don't want to keep hearing the same information.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know this information already. Like with the documentary, the Last Dance with Michael Jordan, that shit opened up a lot about Michael Jordan.
It did. It really got in depth.
So like, you know, like when we doing documentaries, like let's get more in the depth about the person that we get in the documentary about. Like I don't want to just hear the same information. Yeah, I know Jordan won 6 rings. I know his coach was Phil Jackson. Know the whole basketball team. What else is new?
Well, what else is new is a new season of Queen of the South is going to be releasing soon.
Yes.
So make sure you catch up with that.
You need to catch up on that.
Yeah, I will.
You ain't going to catch up on that.
Don't talk to me like that.
You ain't going to catch up on that.
I will. I love watching new stuff. You be sitting there trying to watch the same shit over and over again.
I be trying to finish it. Like, we binge watch it. Let's binge watch. Like, I don't want to watch 3 seasons and then there's 2 seasons left and we like, all right, we're going to watch something new now.
In other news.
It's not binge watching.
Guess what turned 25? A childhood favorite of yours. No, 35, sorry.
What is it though? Like a song, movie?
Mario turned
Mario.
35.
Shit.
Another thing. No, a lot of people out there did not grow up on. Shut up. A lot did not grow up on Nintendo.
I didn't grow up on Nintendo.
I mean,
I grew up on PlayStation.
Are you telling me when you were a child you did not have a Nintendo in your home? That's a lie.
I'm not telling you that.
Oh, because you want to front like you're
I'm
young?
not divulging that, though.
Alright, holla back, youngin'.
Yeah.
Okay? Anyway, that'll definitely make you feel old. When you find out that things like Biggie died 25 years ago. Yeah. Mario is 35 years old when it launched.
Shit.
Like, that's crazy. Let's get into some music talk, because I'm going to hurry up and talk to my diva friend. Now, she's not my friend, but I love her.
To my diva friend.
You know Lil Mo's going to be joining us soon.
Yes.
But let me just get into how Drake's new drop, Scary Hours 2, got a nice couple of songs on there.
Yes.
3 songs?
Yeah, it's 3 songs. I like the joint with him and Lil Baby, and the single that they running now, What's Next? Yeah. Next? Yeah.
Those 2 songs were cool. I'm not really a huge fan of the Lemon Pepper with Rick Ross. It just was a little bit too mellow. Me, I like the upbeat stuff, the stuff that get people turned up.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Rick Ross when he do his little
Rick Ross-ness?
When he do his little slow joints and all that.
Yeah.
It kind of it comes up like the Aston Martin, nice pineapples,
it does.
Peace signs, all that. Yeah, like.
It
comes up. It comes up. The Mafia music joint, or like
that's him. That's classic. That's the essence of Rick Ross.
Yeah,
but like Mafia and music. That's him.
I like.
It's definitely like mellow, chill, cruising music. It's slow vibes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so make sure you check that out. Also, some late night drop was Tory with Playboy mixtape. Is it?
Yes.
A mixtape. Got a couple of joints on there. I'm a fan of Tory.
I have to go through it.
Regardless of what's going on with him and Megan, I'm a fan of Tory.
Is that still going on though?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I gotta go through it though. I heard it. I downloaded it, and I gotta go through it though.
Well, you wanna hear a secret? Y'all wanna hear a secret? I have some exclusive info I'm about to drop on you. Guess who's going to be on the official remix of Track Star by Mooski? I'll give you a hint. It has to do with the BX. And he's newly single.
Oh, yeah.
A Boogie with a Hoodie. They were in the studio making the remix already. Oh, wow. She's up on it. She's a track star, you know?
Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
His little melodic vibes will be on there, so that's cool.
I can see that.
Yep. And now back to the Grammys that's going on. A lot of big winners. I just want to say this. Nas got his first win, Grammy win since '97, son.
For what album?
I believe so. Some other winners are Beyonce for Black Parade, Rockstar by the Baby, Doja Cat Say So, let's see, Post Malone Circles, Megan won for Savage. Then some albums that won.
She didn't get an award for WAP though?
I don't know. Going down the list. Album of the year, Chilombo, Janae Aiko, which was a good vibe. This album was good. She had Post Malone's album, Hollywood's Bleeding, was good. He got a Grammy for that. Taylor Swift, of course. Yo, when does Taylor Swift not win a Grammy?
No.
Song of the year, Black Parade. Yep.
Song
and The Box, Roddy Ricch, Cardigan. Yeah.
Roddy Ricch won a Grammy for The Box?
Yeah.
Wow. That's good.
Circles by Post Malone won a Grammy. Best New Artist. Who was on there? Doja Cat. Shout out to her. She's been doing her thing.
She's the best new artist?
Best Pop Soul Performance. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So a lot of winners out there. Shout out to everybody that was watching the Grammys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm just gonna say wow. I'm saying wow.
Doja Cat is doing it.
I'm fine. No.
Oh, okay.
As far as best new artist, no.
Sometimes they put the most random people in the bunch, though.
I don't think she had. A good enough run. I mean, Say So. What was it? Say So, right?
Say So.
That's the name of my record, right? Yeah. I had a good run. That song had a good run. She's
and
a
like
dope
that.
artist. And like that. She's a dope artist, but.
Well, let me know how you feel about these Grammy winners, outfits, fashion, performances. Hit us up at Kim and Her DJ. I want to bring our guests. Like, let's talk to my friend. My new best friend.
To my friend.
I'm just joking.
My friend. Yeah. Look, Mo, you see what you started?
Shout out to this beautiful, humble, like, soul. She's just so down to earth and still hungry, like, like day one, and such a veteran and OG in the business.
Yeah, listen,
R&B diva with a beautiful voice.
Beautiful voice. She's just a songstress in her own right, and she's a legend, and she's dope. She's, to me, a very timeless artist.
Timeless, yes.
A very, very well-polished.
Yes.
Timeless artist.
She got a new single plus a new album coming soon. So we're going to get into that. Her new
single is called Broken Heart.
Well, let's have her talk about it.
I mean, no, but I'm just saying, like,
Yes, Broken Heart.
Broken Heart.
Is new.
And let's bring on.
Yes.
Let's talk to Lil Mo.
Shout out to Lil Mo in the building.
Fellas, like, you know what Lil Mo's videos used to look like. You know how if you know, like I know, you know who I'm talking about.
And ladies,
Miss
you know
Superwoman.
every word.
Yes, every word of her record.
Every record she got.
Miss.
I won't even say Lil Mo because I know it's Big Mo now, right?
Yeah.
All 2021.
But
welcome to Her Talk.
Thank you.
I'm call Little Mo because that's what everybody knows you as.
Yeah.
So I gotta wake people up. So, I want to introduce Little Mo to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for being our guest today.
Yeah.
And
thank you.
Appreciate you. So just let these people know who you are if they don't know.
Duh.
The does.
You know what? I realize there are some people who don't know who I am, and then there's some people who mix me up with. There's another Little Mo out there. Do y'all watch the show Your Honor?
No.
On Showtime?
She don't matter.
That's what I'm saying. But the guy named the killer, well, not the killer, the guy who set up somebody on the show name is Lil Mo. So people really be searching Lil Mo and other things come up. But I'm the Superwoman Little Mo. Like I used to have the blue braids. Now I got the 2 braids. Everybody knows me from my songs with Missy, Fab, Ja, Pop. I have like countless hits, but like really for this generation, the best way I could describe myself is like I'm literally reemerging and like re-stepping out almost like a new artist, because music has changed so much since I came out a little over 20 years ago. So when I was a young bopper, like a lot of people told me nobody ain't gonna want to hear no song with no repetitious sound, and that Superwoman was like it was too cocky for the consumer. But 20 years later, now look, everybody got tattoos, everybody just rocking. So I'm just glad, like I consider myself a person that was always ahead of my time. So now the artist I was 20 years ago, now I really get to be her now because it's more accepted. So even though I'm not looking for acceptance, because a lot of times when people look for acceptance, they want attention. I'm just like, nah, I'm just trying to get my music out here, run this bag up, take care of these kids, and take my behind home. Feel me? But I got some classic hits and songs that I've written and stuff like that. So that's just like a brief introduction. You know what I mean? I don't do much.
Yes, your songs are legendary.
Thank you.
Yeah,
timeless,
very, very much so.
Thank you.
Like with your with you emerging in the industry when you did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the change that has happened, how are you gonna really put your foot on the next of these
phase
of this generation?
Well, a lot of people say that foot on next, but because I've have my footprints already stamped in the industry, I don't really have to put my foot on nobody's neck because I realize a lot of people already know I could sing. A lot of people already know I could write. So my whole thing is just like, what's crazy is a lot of the younger generation, I would say my target demo, honestly, through my social analytics is still 1835. So even though I came out 20 years ago, those children that are now 18 may not have been born, but 2 years later, my songs are still resonating. So a lot of people still grow up to my music. So it's really not hard because I'm not like coming out here acting all old and all wild and all just weird. I have children that are part of this generation. So honestly, before I even put something out, I let my kids hear because they're my biggest and toughest critics. Like my son will be like, "Mom, nobody wants to hear all that." And so if he gonna tell me that, I trust his judgment before it hits the airwaves. So it was never like, oh, I gotta compete or I gotta step on next, because we've done enough stepping on next that when you realize you got your own lane, now it's time to pull up. I would rather reemerge as the artist that people remember me as with some new music and a new sound and put more artists on. A lot of people haven't done that. A lot of the oldest artists won't put these young people on. They'll just like pay. Do you see what people be doing, talking about pay to promo and stuff like that? Like, what? Like, bro, you ain't even got nothing lit right now. So how you gonna tell somebody pay you to post them up? Now, I understand getting your bag, but there's a lot of people who foot ain't even in the industry, let alone on somebody's neck, that ain't got no business charging people to be, act like they still in there. So one thing about me is I was like, yo, my feet is on the ground running, because I realized it's easier now because of streaming and social media, but it's harder because you have to win the hearts of a generation that really don't give a fuck. Like, these kids don't care. My kids be like, oh, I'm over it. I be like, wait, what? Like, what's really going on? Before you could do an album and it lasts for about 3, 4, 5 years. Now you put out a song and they be like, okay, so this when the next song coming, and when the next one after that, when the album, like, well, patience.
Because the older artists knew what anticipation was.
Yeah.
Now these artists now put out tons and tons of music, and they have a catalog that sells so fast and so quick that by the time they already outdated by the
next summer. Like, we had summer anthems when we were doing like Put It On Me, like you were saying, Can't Let You Go, Superwoman. We ran around, we toured. I literally toured. I still tour off those songs to this day. Yeah. And I be wondering when I see a lot of artists that are lit and doing their thing, I'm just like, I wonder if those songs are gonna last 20 years. And when they come on, will they still have the same effect? But I haven't seen, with the pandemic, nobody got to tour last summer. So it's just like, so this summer, if everything opens back up, we'll see what songs that came out in 2019, if they still get everybody turned. You feel me? And with y'all being DJs, y'all control the atmosphere. So I'm telling artists, it behooves you to befriend the daggone DJ. Forget posting up with an artist like this. Them niggas ain't gonna care about you. But the ones that are gonna keep you relevant and a regular out here in these streets is the DJ. I always learned that from the beginning. Make your DJs your best freaking friend.
I appreciate that. As DJs, we respect that.
I mean, that's
not for real. Salute to the DJ, because y'all spend and y'all work for hours. And I know it's different now that you have to, like, once it closed down, I was just like, dang, what the DJs is doing. But now y'all got y'all show like that's popping. That means that y'all have an audience that y'all tapped into, and you realize that every time somebody coming out them doors, those are recycled listeners, and people are like, y'all the ones who know how to make people feel. So you can play a record and it might be a new record, but then y'all the ones that make that joint a hit record. Everybody know the DJs in the jails is the ones who make who tell you if you got a hit or not.
I mean, that's an absolute fact. But now what's transpired nowadays is they make it's no longer as much as the DJ or the jails. It's more the strip clubs now. It's more the dancers now.
Well, it's a DJ in there, because I know them strippers ain't having their iPod hooked up talking about, okay, skip it on over the track too.
No, they do that. They do that.
Yeah, no, I know the strip club. So the DJ really is the new A&R.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
What musical regrets did you face in your career that you can maybe warn an up and coming R&B artist today?
I was just thinking about that earlier. I always reflect and be like, what can I do now so I don't make the same mistakes that I did then? And I always tell people to learn from me. The old version of me, learn from her. Don't try to repeat that history. I'll be like, well, I'm gonna do this, but I know how to. You can't swerve the process. Everybody's going to go through something in this industry. Everybody's going to get robbed, taken advantage of. No, there's yet to be anybody from Jay-Z to JD to Lil Wayne to Lil Mo. Everybody has been through something where, you've been taken from, but then you level up. Some people lost it all and don't know how to get it back because they didn't know how to hustle. One thing I would say that I learned is that like you really have to have a hustle mentality. I took what I learned in the beginning and I'm applying it now. Reach out to people like, yo, I got a song coming. Don't always have a middleman speaking for you because you don't know what they be saying. And I'm looking at a lot of artists be like, yo, my manager and my lawyer was trademark on my name. Like, who does that? But I've been through that. I've been through people stealing from me. So I tell people, before you put anything out, make sure that all your business is together. It's so easy to get ISRC code all your stuff. Make sure that if you worked out all the agreements with the producers, and make sure you realize that for real, these artists may be cool, but none of these motherfuckers is your friend. Sylvia Rome told me that from the rip. I used to be running around hanging with people and be thinking I was cool. She was like you taking up for these people and these niggas ain't your friend. And I was like, wow, she was really like my industry mom back then. And a lot of times I took it for granted, but now I realize I take it to heart because I'm like, she only wanted the best for me because I was hype. It's like high school. You be like, oh, I'm the popular girl, but you think that popularity is going to last for a long time. And then somebody else comes out and then how you keep your fire from fading. You got to stay fresh. And like I'm applying everything that I learned back then to now.
Like I've realized that the people
in trouble.
The people that really want the best for you are the people that tell you stuff that you really don't want to hear.
That part. A lot of people be like, oh, so and so hate, and they just don't want to see me shine. Now you have to just, like a lot of times the intent. Yeah. It's like if somebody tell you, be like, yo, tighten up because you look crazy. A lot of people get offended. What you mean I look crazy? You just hating because it ain't like you ain't up. Like, wait, whoa, where'd that come from? But then there's some people who just be generally hating. Why do she got baby hair? She been out 20 years and got baby hair. Like, now that's hating. Cause bitch, I've been wearing baby hair since I was a baby because I ain't had no hair back then. But anyway, it's just like a lot of people, you just got constructive criticism. You have to know when to accept it, when to apply it, and when to be like, nah, they just camping or they just hating. Yeah. Because you just have to have that intuition, especially in this industry.
Yeah.
So let's get into the new music. I know you just recently dropped Broken Heart.
Yes.
And, well, I know it's leading to an album called
Savage
Heart. So I had a question. If you can put any person on the remix of Broken Heart without any middleman or have to worry about any label drop or whatever, clearance and all that stuff, who would be that one person that you think would complement that song?
Honestly, it would be more than one person because what's crazy is I've already put it in the atmosphere and I'm just waiting for it to manifest.
Okay.
Now, when I say the names, be like, huh? Like, I really like, what's his name? Slack. I call him Six Lack, but Slack, I think is so lit. I would love to hear. Is that how you say his name? Is it Black or Slack?
Black.
Oh,
the six.
Well, I always see the six before, and I was calling him Six Lack.
To represent a B. The six is supposed to represent a B.
Well, him. Anderson .Paak.
He got it. They both very soulful and so that's cool.
And for real, I'm gonna just throw it out there. I would love to hear Drake's Scorpio Emo part 2 of it. I'm a Scorpio, so whenever I put pain on a record, I mean it. Even if I don't sound like I'm sad, I'm gonna say it how I feel. So the song is really like, damn, like my karma, this is real. I would love to hear Drake's part 2, but if it had to be a female, I would love to hear maybe like Summer Walker. But I really want Drake on it. I'm not gonna hold you.
The same vibe of the song, so I think
and then I would like have to do my part over because I know that he would kill me on it. Then I'd be like, oh, I gotta say something else. I gotta do a rebuttal.
No, but right now with the way he's moving and the project, he just dropped a project. He just dropped a couple records. He's really a possibility on that record. Like and that record would go further with him on it.
Oh, it's already gonna go up. Trust and believe.
Crazy with him on it.
We're gonna work, but at the end of the day, I think I would love to hear me and Drake on a record because everybody else that I honestly would have loved to work with, I be wondering how I'm gonna sound with certain people because there's certain people that I like their style, but I'm just like, what if we don't sound right together? Because a lot of people got the misconception, just because I could sing don't mean I need to be singing on everything. And just because people can rap don't mean they need to be rapping on everything, or they could sing. Like sometimes that chemistry might be off, but I would love to really, I think Drake, or I ain't gonna hold you, Breezy.
Yeah.
Chris Brown, he'd be ad-libbing or dancing all over the place. It'd be up. I ain't gonna hold you.
So versatile. Like he could get melodic with, and then he could turn the song up. Like he could just go both ways.
And we've been supposed to work together, so I don't know what the hold up is. I need to fly down the All-Star weekend and see what it's giving. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but like you have that ability to have those timeless records.
Thank you.
Those with those other male artists that are timeless in themselves as well. So it's like it would make sense because
it would make perfect sense.
Have more timeless records on your hand.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? You have my favorite record.
Which one?
Forever.
Of course.
Thank you.
I just played it this Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah, I was doing a brunch. So,
that's like the brunch and wedding record still to this day. People like, yo, Mo, when I play this song to this day, it's still going. And I'm like, I don't know what it is about it, but it's just like them. That's my before I let go. What's the Frankie Beverly and Mason? Yeah. Like those type of classics, it's like those just happen. It was not planned like that.
And so that was crazy. And this is what makes a legend a legend. Those timeless records. I'm not gonna say my age, but at the end of the day, when that record came out and when Superwoman came out, it put people in that mood. Like it had and it had all women. It had women at a height. They was just walking around like.
No, I remember because I remember getting my hair braided in Brooklyn. I used to be like in the hood of Brooklyn, get my hair braided, and when the girl Yaz used to be braiding my hair, like if my song would come on, we'd be like, turn it up as if it ain't me. We'd be like, yes, it would be up. I would get so excited. And it's just like to this day, even when I hear my records, and I'm super shy. So when it comes on the club, they be like, we got a little more in the bill. I'll be hiding and stuff. But it's just like, yo, I cannot believe like my song was on the radio or still to this day when it come on, people be like, that love taking over. I'll be like, say that, Jay.
You got to embrace your greatness.
Do you have like that you're aiming for Savage Heart to come out?
As of now, since I'm independent, and a lot of people don't realize that, the Black music department and labels, all of that's gone. So if you could get a label behind you, more power to you. But there's a lot of people that I know that are on labels that went off because I see that a lot of things haven't changed. Like people are still like putting artists in deals where they take all the creative control, and then the artists be like, I was depressed. And I know what that feels like. Even though I had a lot of control, I realized that everybody was getting, it just seemed like everybody else that was working on my project was getting and making more than me. And I'm just like, nigga, I'm the one out here running around singing these songs. And I'm the one at the end of the day, people taking credit for stuff they ain't even do. I was like, nah, we off that. So with the independent grind, it's almost like I'm like a musical entrepreneur. I had to take what I learned all these years and apply it. So one thing I'm glad that social media is a true blessing because now you could take the money that you would spend elsewhere, marketing plans and stuff like that, and you literally can have people post you up, do interviews, and run around and just show love that way. Like so much of the middleman has been cut out now that we have social media, and you know, people are using their platform for the good. Because I remember like a couple of years ago, people wasn't doing podcasts or doing shows, or it would be so hard to get in contact with the artist. It was, oh, talk to this person, talk to that person. All I'd be like is call Woo so we could just put it on the schedule. Because there's a lot of things like we like, nah, we gonna work. Because if you don't, one thing about me is I want it more than niggas want to give it to me. So I'm gonna work. Now I'm not gonna do every and anything, or we're real selective, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, nah, they've been showing love. It's up. Let's look out. Boom, we're gonna make it happen. So
I know about you. So, and I
like
really,
a lot of people, they be like, no, I'm not gonna do that because it's not. I'll be like, okay. I've seen a lot of people who were the assistant now running the label. Trust me, I was around, I've been around everybody. And I know who's the CEOs, who wants what, like, I've seen people level up and pass everybody. And those are my friends. And I see them doing big things. And I'm just like, yo, I don't be like, remember, one thing I don't ever do either is remember when I had, no, I'll be like, yo, I got this song out. Say less, sis, it's up. Because I remember you believed in me when people was looking past me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've always like admired that. When I met you just the other day, you were just so humble, but still hungry, like for even being in the industry for so long. And that I feel like that will keep you on top forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. That's one thing I always, my dad always told me that is like, keep your integrity intact. Even though I've been through some foolishness and a lot of people saw a lot of things play out when I did reality TV and when I did radio and just running around, just not even running my mouth because I'm not scared of anyone. But a lot of times I realized a lot of things I was doing were being misconstrued. And I said, at the end of the day, I don't want to be known for being in everybody's comment section or lashing out, because that really wasn't me. That was just a low point in my life. And I was just like really ready to fight and really ready to risk it all. But I was just like, no, that's not what everybody knew and loved of me. They always respected my talent, my gift, and my voice. So that's what I'm gonna give. And at the end of the day, like if people are still stuck in the past that I let go of, then leave them there. Because you know how people are like, I'm gonna just leave you where you had me fucked up at. Because there's a lot of people who still want to dig up your old dirt. But we the pandemic was a blessing because it gave everybody a chance to reset. Like it just seemed like everybody got a chance to reset and start from scratch. And level up. So if you don't level up after this, not saying you got to get $1 million and flip it. No, if you don't level up after the whole world was shut down, nobody could tour. Nobody could go outside. Then that's your own fault.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Definitely. Well, that was an amazing music talk. And of course, since we got you in the building, we got to talk relationship talk with you. So what I wanted to ask you is, everyone knows your past, you know. And of course, based on your album and the singles title, I want to know, what would you say the best way to recover from heartbreak? If you had to give your advice to someone.
The best way to recover. Now, there's a difference between a heartbreak and a broken heart. A heartbreak is like, say like if I crack this, I could glue it together and this will be back. A broken heart is if I break this and shatter it in pieces all over the place, ain't nothing ever gonna come back the same.
Broken heart, title of your song. So what's the way to recover from a broken heart?
The way to recover from a broken heart is, this is what I posted in my caption earlier. I was like, this is the season to focus on yourself, sis. When people say, I saw a meme. Do y'all follow Justin LeBoy?
No.
I see a lot of his.
I see it. Everybody reposted, but I saw a meme that they posted, and it said, "If your girl is down All-Star Weekend and you're not there, focus on yourself, King." And then they say, if your man is down Miami and he ain't take you, he not answering his phone, he's not with rappers. Focus on yourself, Queen. A lot of people laugh, but sometimes what we laugh at the most is honestly what is hurting us inside the most and what we're dealing with. So one thing about me is I would try to cover pain and I would try to mask it, get my hair done, get my nails done, going out here on fly and acting like nothing was wrong. When not only was my heart broken, but I was hurt. So I was hurting people. I was broken. Like my spirit was so shattered by so many things from my past. Because one thing about me, and I would say it's from my scorpionic ways, is that I get over stuff so quick. I didn't realize that. People's like, Dad, you heal like Wolverine. No, I don't. I'll be hurt, but I'm not going to show that to the world. I'm going to let y'all see what I want y'all to see. But then I realized there were certain things that will always make the headlines. And I'm like, Dad, when I do good stuff, it never makes it. But when I do, or something ratchet happens, that's what everybody wants to see. So I learned to switch all of that, change my own narrative, focus on myself. So I realized for the past, honestly, 2 years, I don't know if anybody has noticed, 2 years is a long time. I really focused on myself, focused on my go and my glow. In the midst of healing, I had to take accountability for what I accepted and what I allowed. I can't point fingers and say, oh, just because I was in an abusive relationship, it's their fault. No, I allowed it. And I'm not saying that give somebody a pass to, a lot of people, why would you still go home if somebody, because I don't know why I accepted it. Maybe I was so broken, I thought that that's what love was. And it wasn't, because that's not how I was raised. So I went back to the foundation and found out what my first true love was. And I started loving myself more than I trusted and loved everyone else. So that's how you mend a broken heart. You literally have to love yourself more than you love or trust anyone else. That goes for whoever you're dealing with. That goes for your kids. Like, I love my children so much that I realized what I was doing was affecting how they looked at me, because all of them can read. My 5-year-old reads on the 6th grade reading level. Nice. So when he started typing my name in his iPad, and I was seeing what he was looking up, I was like, nah, we got to change this, because I will not have my son thinking that was acceptable or that's what his mother was. You feel me? So the way I mended my broken heart was I focused on my glow and my go, and I changed the narrative. I can't change the past. Yeah. But I could, when I step out this door, I know that I'm not finna let nobody play in my face no more. I'm not finna let nobody come to me as a woman. All of that is shut down. You know why? Because I was chasing something. I thought I was chasing something like a dream, but I was running from something. And that's not good. So it's just so many people. I realized, and all the stuff that I was going through and dealing with, somebody was going through worse or dealing with worse than me. So if you think you got it bad, trust and believe somebody else is hurting worse than you. So honestly, since we released this song, we released it on February 24th, which is my daughter's birthday. I recorded the song on November 19th, which is my birthday. So everything I always do strategically, it has a reason. So whether it sells 1 million or 1 trillion copies or 1 copy, the fact that I've had people reach out to me. I had a woman who said this song made me cry. And I was like, why, sis? Because I be wanting to know. The day her baby was born was the same day that her baby died. So I think I got issues. That woman has to deal with that broken heart. Wow. When I see Vanessa Bryant, she lost her husband, her world, her protection, and her daughter, and those people on that helicopter. So if I think my life is bad, she has to deal with a broken heart. How do you fix that? She's just now coming out her shell slowly but surely, but she's setting the record straight. We ain't having none of that. We ain't let his you feel me? When I see Lauren London, what she did, what she had, the way Nipsey lifted her up, then he was taken away. She ain't gonna never find another nigga like Nip. Let's just be real. Right. She has to deal with a broken heart. So I look at people and I'm like, rest in peace to Lyric, young Chanel who just passed. Yes. The family, with the whole world was praying, but God had the final say. So now she's at peace, but that family has to mend their broken heart. But I think even in the brokenness, there's some peace. And once you find your peace, stick with it.
Yeah. And time, I think also, all time heals.
Yeah. You have to have patience. It's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah. You can focus on yourself, but it's one day at a time. And eventually that grows and, it's been a whole year.
And I went to therapy because, sometimes, have you ever had a thought and like that thought starts taking over you, and then thoughts are very powerful. Yeah. I started thinking things and started believing them, and they started happening. And I'm just like, well, why this happened to me? It's like, well, bitch, that's what you was thinking. Change your thought process, change your rhetoric, change the people you allow in your space. All of that makes a difference. I can say I was becoming toxic because of what I was allowing around. Now I'm cool all the time, but Nah. I wasn't going out like no sucker. Now I worked too hard to be going out like Willie Lump Lump.
Yes,
and
yes.
we are glad.
Yes, and
thank you.
That you found yourself,
and you just happy.
And you just look
thank you.
You worked on the glow and it's glowing.
Yeah,
thank you.
We see it now.
Thank you.
Question I have for you, which is not in relationship talk. We already know how to mend a broken heart, but I heard through the grapevine that you sending out the acapella to Broken Heart.
Yes.
So
yeah. Wait, y'all didn't get it?
We got it. I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
I wasn't in that. I wasn't in that meeting. I wasn't in that meeting. I'm sorry.
Well, we work on it in our own way, like him and her style, because we usually do like challenges like that and put our taste on it. Yeah. So definitely we will make sure that we send it out. And any DJ listen to us right now. You want the acapella, hit me up.
Please, send it out to everybody. Whatever y'all do to it, send us a copy, because if you have the video of it so I could post it up on my social media. Like, my whole mission with this record is not to go viral or like to take it up by accident. Like some things happen by accident. Somebody make a TikTok dance, next thing you know, everybody buying the song, then they forget about it. No, I want this joint to be like a slow, we call them a slow creep. I want this joint to creep up on everybody. I saw somebody in my comments today from a whole nother country, and they were like, I hear a little bit of country and western in there. I was like, oh, okay, even though it's considered quartet, but like, that belongs to me. Like, I didn't say that belongs to me. It belongs to me. I got, like, that's country. Like, people down south sing like that. So I did. So people that know that, they was just like, yo, Mo, I love where you're going with this record, because you didn't do so much vocal acrobats, but you showed everybody that you can really sing. And that was all I wanted. I was just like, finally, people get it. Because a lot of people like, well, you wasn't singing all over the place. Like, you got to give us, like, no. Y'all can go back and listen to it forever, because I sang all over the place on that song. I remember I was 9 months pregnant when I recorded that song. So I was just singing my little heart out. So now it's just like giving out pure music tone, and just like, tag, like, try this. Listen to it. Listen to the acapella by itself. Just ride till you'll be like, that joint made me cry. And I don't even like the way I be singing.
No. What?
For real. I be wanting to change so much. I be like, oh my God, I should have did this. I should have did that. But I listened to that acapella and it made me feel away.
You say that, but I wish I could sing like you. You know what I'm saying?
For real?
Of course.
Man, I wish I could sing. If you wait till you hear the acapella too, my son, my 12-year-old son, he did the background. So you'll be able to hear him in there. And his tone, I was like, oh my God, I wish I had the tone of his youth, because it's so pure. So that's why I think everything feels good, because the innocence of his voice and the pain in mine, that blend together. I think that's what makes the record. Like, you could just feel the chemistry with me and my son. My son, Justin, be on the lookout for him. He up.
Well, tell everybody that's listening right now where to find the single, where to also follow you if they don't already follow you.
Yes. Follow me on everything. I'm on, Clubhouse, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at The Lil Mo Show.
Yes.
Hold on, let me get a drink, because I got so excited.
So excited.
My mom gave me these new drinks, because yesterday I was drinking juicy juice, but she gave me these new drinks, and it got some ginger in it, and it really helps your immunity, because it's time to go back outside. Yeah. But my song is available on every digital platform, every streaming site. It's literally everywhere. I don't have the list, but I was like, well, what site is this? They was like, it's a site, sis. Deezer. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Exactly. I was like, Deezer, is this a joke? But they was like, no, that's really a site. So it's everywhere. YouTube, Pandora, Spotify, Mamafy, Daddyfy, everybody. It's like everywhere. So it's in the link in my bio. Y'all got it. So it's just like, we just running it up.
And anybody,
at the end of the day, I just want good music to be back.
Yes, anybody playing the track or taking a video or remixing it in your own way, make sure you tag at The Lil Mo Show, or tag, make sure that she gets it.
Yep.
I'm working on that. I'm working on that as soon as I get it. As soon as it's in my laptop, I'm working
All
on
right.
it.
Yes.
She know how I am when I'm sitting there trying to think and brainstorm about doing remixes. Like, what was I doing last night? The night before last. Brandy's best friend.
Yeah.
So,
we was working on. Don't give that out to everybody.
No. But I ain't saying what I put with though. We ain't gonna talk about it. So you just gonna hear it out.
But yes, we'll definitely be working on that. We'll make sure that we send it to you, and
thank
we
you.
appreciate you for being on the Him and Her Talk Show. And
this is dope. I like that. Like in all of my years, I've never seen two DJs together like as a unit. I think that's so I think that's so dope. Like that's lit. And y'all got a show. It's up from here. So once y'all blow all the way up and they have y'all all over billboards and everywhere in the world, don't forget about me. Hello.
We can't.
After I go touring with you, yes, I'll remember. No, I'm just
not for real, because I need a female DJ. You playing?
I'll be there.
Listen,
I'll be there.
Just let me know where to send her.
Yep. All right, we out. I'm telling you, one thing about me is this pandemic was the only year of my life I didn't tour. I had like all my kids. I would have my baby get their shots. We out. I haven't sat down since I was 15, and that's longer than 20 years ago. So this is the first time in my whole career I had a year off.
Yeah,
much needed. So that's when I come back outside. When I say like, nah, it's up. It's up. We out. Period. I can't wait.
I look forward to the next time we meet and speak and
thank you.
Mo, I truly appreciate you being on the show.
Definitely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Yes, Diva. Yes, Queen. Thank you once again, Lil Mo, for chopping it up with us on Him and Her Talk. That single, Broken Heart, is out now. Make sure you download it on all streaming platforms.
Yo, and don't be afraid to go and stream the rest of her music that she had out
yes,
coming out. Like,
if you gotta
stream her shit, like refresh your memory, get back to it, like
your music catalog right now.
Yeah, like she got records. She has records.
Yes.
You know?
And she has a whole new album coming out soon, Savage Heart. So be on the lookout for that. I appreciate you, Queen.
Yes, thank you, Lil Mo. We definitely appreciate you.
We'll be back next Sunday, March. I don't even know what date it is. March 21st.
Yes, March 21st.
We're gonna keep the Women's History Month going with another dope female in the building. Shout out to my sis from Sirius XM, Swaggy C, the ultimate host on there. If you listen to Sirius XM, you know who I'm talking about. So we'll be chopping it up with her next week, 11 p.m. Eastern time. You know, in between time, in the meantime, if you miss me, LP, make sure you catch me on Women Crush Wednesdays right here on Hip Hop Weekly Radio, 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. We do it all female. I think it's actually all females all day.
Women's Crush Wednesday. Why wouldn't it be?
I'm just saying, even before the DJ segment, we got Cece on air, Alyssa Debonair. Then we got DJ Bree, DJ J Love. Shout out Core DJs. My sisters over there. I see you girls. And then me wrapping it up. It's like the quintessential Women Crush Wednesday right there. Aww, Tito. Make sure you also follow me at DJ LPNYC. I got tons of events coming up. So make sure you hit that link in my bio, follow, all that good stuff. What's up with you?
I'm on every Saturday night at 7 p.m. I kick everything off. I like to set the tone. And
I hear you, Big Shot.
Yeah, sometimes it be like that. So other than that, follow me on Instagram.
You probably gotta pet your partner.
Follow me at Instagram at DJ Trey Nice. Other than that, just catch me. I'll be outside now.
We got other news coming next month.
Oh
April.
yes, April.
We'll be coming to Twitch.
We are going to Twitch. Not this show. Not this show. No. This is staying right here on Hip Hop Weekly Radio. But we are taking
our music talents down to Twitch.
We are taking our Twitch over. No more Instagram live feeds. No, we're going to Twitch, and we got a whole month every month that we just provide nothing but dope content for you guys.
Yes,
and
we have a whole schedule, so that will be posted up very shortly.
This week. The schedule will be up this week, and just follow us and subscribe and do everything you need to do to get into with us.
And make sure you follow us at Twitch, nice and early, him and her DJ right there.
Right.
We'll see you guys next week. Later, Hip Hop Weekly.
Peace.
Peace.